is lined into left field, base hit. Maldonado, and they're going
never left. He just came out and just continued to put pressure on the rim. He is just so difficult to deal with and continues to improve.
But then, TD, the Kings would go up double digits.
Yeah, just the way they've been playing. Fun team, get out of transition, can shoot the three. It's led by De'Aaron Fox.
35 points, 8 rebounds for him. Sabonis with 23, 17, and 15. And the Kings lead the way at the 52 to 53, but then Giannis would take over that third.
Yeah, that third quarter, they just came out and blitzed Sacramento. They were able to defend well enough to control tempo and to get that guy in a flow.
But then Kevin Huerter, TD, would go off in the fourth.
Just a shooter that can knock down shots from outside. He's another one of those guys that when De'Aaron Fox is getting downhill, he's a spot-up shooter.
The Bucks, though, GA, with this late charge to run away with.
And what a positive sign for the Bucks to see Chris Middleton starting to play at a high level alongside the freak.
Brook Lopez with the dagger 3, but things would get a little bit chippy, huh? The Bucks up 8, 15 seconds to go. Trey Lyles would foul Giannis, give him a bit of a shove, and Brook would take exception to that.
Yeah, I tell you what, Trey Lyles took exception as well. He was not happy.
Well, both Lopez and Lyles were ejected.
I guess it's not so bad to get ejected with 8 seconds left.
His eyebrow was already bleeding.
Yeah,
so.
he was not a happy kid. Let them know about it too. Let them know.
The Bucks overcame a 15-point deficit. They had a 43-point fourth quarter to complete that comeback win. Giannis, as you can see, led with 46 and 12. Chris Middleton added 31 to go with 9 assists. But 26 of those points were in the second half. Here he is.
How did it feel, though, to get this win against the NBA's best offensive team?
It's a great win, especially bouncing back from the last one. It's a fun environment to play in, hostile environment, but fun. So it's good to get a win like this on the road.
How did you feel about your team's offensive execution, especially down the stretch?
It was great. They play fast, try to speed you up. But we just took our time in the fourth quarter, just trying to get to our spots. And guys knocked down shots. We were able to execute our offense.
That they were, TD, an 80-point second half for the Bucks and a 43-point fourth.
And you got to think about just how well Giannis played, but he puts so much pressure. He is a physical offensive player that if you guard him, he's trying to go through your body. And you can only take so much and absorb that for so long.
You really can. And it's tough, GA, to try and decide what to slow down or attempt to anyway. Would you like to break some film down for me? I want you to look at some of Giannis's 46, including 19 in the third.
Yeah, and you saw where the majority of his damage is done is in the interior, but it's how they get him there. Here, they're able to get him at the nail there with a live dribble, where the defense sometimes has to rotate. And so when he can catch it there, it doesn't really give the defense time to rotate over and double team, but it also keeps the floor open for him to be able to see where the help is going to come from. And he is just too good to be able to catch the ball that deep with a live dribble, with the kind of three-point shooting they have around him. Right now, Milwaukee just looks lethal.
The highlights continue, though, with the team sitting just behind them in the Eastern Conference. Jaylen Brown, I still love the mask. The Celtics in Houston taking on the Rockets, and he'd lead the way for Boston early.
He was terrific, shot the ball extremely well all night long, and I kept waiting for Boston to kind of turn it on, but Houston was game tonight.
They were ready to play. They came out solid, defending on the perimeter, everyone except Brown. He was cooking.
A season-high 43 for Jalen. Jabari Smith, though, showing out for the Rockets.
I mean, I would love to see him get more opportunities, be more integrated into what they're trying to do, to really see what his potential ceiling is.
24 and 11 for him, and the Rockets would lead the way 62-55 at the half. Jalen Green, the reverse plus the foul. He had a team-high 28.
Think about how well he's played. He gets downhill. He can shoot three. Just got to be a better leader sometime in the course of the game.
Jason Tatum getting it done. Brown continuing to do the same. Three from the wing. The Celtics still down by 5 late in the fourth. Malcolm Brogdon driving baseline for the layup plus the foul, and he'd make that free throw.
It was a huge play, and this
later this week. Not that having the stars on the floor guarantees success for the Mavericks. They are only 3-6 when Luka and Kyrie are both in the starting lineup. In Dallas, Tim McMahon, ESPN.
Thank you, Tim. The Mavericks right now in the thick of the play-in race as the 8th seed in the West. Things have not gone smoothly for Dallas lately. As recently as a week ago, they were in the 5 spot. But as we know, things change quickly in the congested West. 3 games separate the 5 seed from the 12 seed.
It's finally here. NCAA tournament starts tonight. The first 4 in Dayton getting underway. So you got 2 16 seeds going at it. OVC tournament champ Southeastern Missouri State taking on Southland champ Texas A&M Corpus Christi. State's won 4 straight, just like the Islanders of A&M, who've won 12 of their last 13. The winner gets Alabama in the first round. Then you got the 11 seed, Pitt taking on Mississippi State. The winner getting 6 seed Iowa State. Pitt's lost 3 of its last 4 and now faces a Bulldogs team ranked 6th nationally in defensive efficiency. So let's try sorting some of this through, shall we? Let's welcome in college basketball analyst Seth Greenberg. Okay, so Seth, give us a key for each team in the Pittsburgh-Mississippi State matchup.
What do you think of this Pittsburgh team? They're older than the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's how old they are. They're a physical, mature team. They really shoot the three. 45% of their shots come from the three-point line, and they can flat out stretch the floor. It starts with Javaris Burton, who was the first-team All-ACC player, can really put the ball on the floor, has a middle game, knocks down a jumper. Blake Hinson, 6'7", power forward, stretches the defense, runs the floor, grabs a defensive rebound, gets downhill. Greg Elliott, the transfer from Marquette, big-time three-point shooter. They're an elite offensive team that plays with great spacing. Now, Mississippi State, they're in the other direction. They're an elite defensive team. They got great length, great athleticism. Shaquille Moore is a good perimeter guard that can get in the lane and make a play. Tulu Smith does a great job of protecting the front of the rim, and now he's started to score the basketball. Legitimate athleticism up front, but they're built on the defensive end. Force a turnover 23% of the possessions. They get up and into you. They deny passing lanes. They're really active on the defensive end. It's really basically opposites attract. Pitt can really score it. Mississippi State can really stop you.
I love it. Grade O facing grade D. And ESPN Analytics has Mississippi State with a 58% chance to win, so we'll see how that plays out. Now, the right side of the bracket has a lot of injuries to key players. I know everybody's kind of worried about this. How concerned should fans be when they're filling out their brackets concerning these injuries?
I call this a conundrum. And a conundrum because, look, you got the number 1 seed, Houston. All right, Marcus Sasser, he didn't play in the American Conference Tournament. You know what happened in the American Conference Tournament? Memphis beats this Houston team. With Marcus Sasser, this Houston team has the best backcourt maybe in college basketball. They remind me a little bit of that Baylor team that won a national championship with Sasser being Davion Mitchell. Really, really special, no doubt about it. Then Miami at North Chattelmere, he goes down. Well, North Chattelmere, they can't replace him. He's 6'8", wide body, rebounds the ball, defends the post, physical, tough. They're losing guys that you can't replace. And finally, Kansas. Kansas loses in the Big 12 by 20 points. Ooh, you said, well, Kevin McCullough will average about 8 points a game. He only averages 8 points a game. But they have the best set of wings in college basketball. Grady Dick, obviously Jalen Wilson. But without Kevin McCullough, they'd lose that. There's Marcus Sasser getting down and see when he got hurt, they have a problem. Because Sasser could dominate the game. But here's Kevin McCullough right there. He has a back issue. If he plays, this is his team that go to the Final Four and win a national championship. If he doesn't play, you saw what happened against Texas. He's 6'7". He can defend multiple positions. He can shoot the ball to the three well enough to open up the floor, which gives DeJuan Harris room to play and put down the ball on the floor and get in the lane.
Yeah, you talk about a guy like Sasser leading Houston in scoring. They need him if they're going to go all the way.
Sasser he's as good a guard as there is. He'll be a first-round draft choice.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see if he's going to play or when he's going to play, so we'll hold out for that. Seth, thank you so much.
Thanks, Ryan.
ESPN Tournament Challenge, men's and women's brackets are open, so just scan the QR code, download the app, then create a group, invite your friends, fill out your brackets, and get ready for the madness. With the number 1 bracket game, the men's game closes Thursday at noon Eastern, and the women's game Friday morning at 11:30 Eastern.
Tomorrow is the start of the NFL's new year. Will it be a happy new year for the Jets? Nice hat we put on Aaron Rodgers. It depends on which way Rodgers is leaning. It's been nearly 3 weeks since he took the darkness retreat to seek clarity for his future. And if he's found that clarity, he hasn't let many people in on it. The Jets cautiously optimistic they can land Rodgers in a trade, but so far, no word. We're bringing our front office insider now, Mike Tannenbaum. So Derek Carr's with the Saints. Jimmy Garoppolo just signed with the Raiders. Mike, free agent quarterback options are starting to dry up. As a former GM, how do you handle the situation right now for the Jets?
David, I am looking at all the alternatives, including tomorrow at 4 o'clock, when I can now talk to Lamar Jackson, who's a franchise quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. Until Aaron Rodgers is in the building, passes the physical, every T is crossed and I is dotted, I have to make sure I'm very comfortable with the alternatives, and that starts with Lamar Jackson. I may also call the LA Rams about Matthew Stafford, the Tennessee Titans about Ryan Tannehill. While I'm optimistic and all signs are encouraging based on all our reporting, I, as a GM, have to make sure I'm comfortable with an alternative. And every day he's on the building, the level of angst I have, Dave, keeps going up.
Yeah, apparently, reportedly, the framework of a deal is set up between the Packers and the Jets. It really depends on what Aaron Rodgers wants to do. So, Mike, this is kind of interesting because 15 years ago, when you were the Jets GM, you also were able to swing a deal for a legendary Packers quarterback. That, of course, was Brett Favre. How similar are these two situations?
Yeah, the ironies are uncanny. Ironically, when they traded Brett Favre to us at the Jets, they loved this young quarterback named Aaron Rodgers. The big difference is this, however. We had a good quarterback at the time in Chad Pennington, who we felt we could win a lot of games with, but we couldn't win a championship. We felt like with Favre we could. They have no alternatives right now at the Jets. I don't think I would have gone out and seen him in California without coming back and bringing Aaron Rodgers back to New Jersey with us. So to me, you're all in right now, and that's a big concern because until you have an alternative, Dave, you're just giving Aaron Rodgers a massive amount of leverage.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the biggest story right now in the NFL, and we're all waiting on it. Mike Tannenbaum, our front office insider, giving us his thoughts on that situation. Let's dive into some top plays from Monday. Grizzlies and Mavericks. Jaren Jackson Jr. needed a little bit more lift here. Goes up and, Maxi Kleber. All ball, not just all ball. He got the top of the ball and brings it down. Had 1 point and 2 blocks. Grizzlies win, though.
Number 9, ATP Indian Wells, Taylor Fritz, Sebastian Baez. Fritz, off the deflection, charges in, slides to save it, and then follows it with a winner. Now that is quickness. Fritz wins in straight sets.
Let's go to college softball. LSU and South Carolina. LSU's Taylor Pleasance, the stab, and then in one motion throws to second to double off the runner. Great instincts, great effort. LSU goes to 20-1 on the year.
Number 7, Celtics Rockets. Marcus Smart to Jaylen Brown. Oh, poster on Jabari Smith Jr. Man, he's got hops. Monstrous slam, but the Rockets get the win.
Here comes Giannis at 6. Harrison Barnes playing the role of the traffic cone here. As 1 Euro step for man, 1 giant leap for mankind from Giannis, who had 46 in this one. The Bucks get the win.
Number 5, NAIA Men's Basketball Championship, Southeastern Florida taking on Ottawa University in Arizona. Ball gets stolen, behind the back pass, alley-oop, Ryan Minix. What an impressive play. Wow. Just wow.
World Baseball Classic, Dominican Republic and Nicaragua, and Orlando Valle going over towards that wall, slides. Watch how close this is. Just almost jams it up against the wall, but that's in the glove. That's a catch. Nicaragua loses 6-1.
Number 3, T-Wolves, Hawks. Luke Garza's going to get it. Give it to Ant-Man. Quantumania! I've been waiting to say that for weeks, frankly. Two-handed slam. T-Wolves get the win.
Almost banged his head on the backboard. Leafs and Sabres. Jack Quinn for Buffalo. Bangs it out of midair. The rookie, this 13th of the season. Check it out again. And that's good. And the Sabres win it 4-3.
Number 1, World Baseball Classic, Israel, Puerto Rico. Not often that a stolen base makes number 1, but watch this. Javier Baez tries to steal third, slides in, and he's safe. But watch what he does here. Sliding in with the one hand, moves it up, slides in with the other. And afterwards, he's like, I gotcha. Look at that number climbing. Millions of brackets being created with the ESPN Tournament Challenge. It's time for you to sign up and play. Download the Tournament Challenge app and fill out your men's and women's brackets. Tomorrow morning on a live Sports Center, 7 Eastern, we'll have highlights from the first 4 games. And we'll help you pick the bracket busters who will emerge in the tournament. Plus, got a crucial game for the Lakers' playoff hopes. AD looking for a bounce-back game back in New Orleans. We'll have highlights and reaction. And then the fallout from Aaron Rodgers' deal or no deal, and more from NFL free agent shopping spree tomorrow on SportsCenter.
All right, before we go, got to show you this. Duque Bear pitches for Nicaragua. Had never pitched an affiliated Pro Bowl facing the Dominican team. That's Juan Soto, who goes down on 3 pitches. Next up is Mariners All-Star Julio Rodriguez. So his second All-Star and as many batters. And what does Duque do? Gets him on the nasty slider. Gave up a double to Manny Machado. Then facing another All-Star, the Red Sox Rafael Devers. Change up, struck out the side. Gets Soto, J-Rod, and Devers. So a Tiger scout is there, sees this happen. Luis Molina signs him to a minor league contract after pitching 1 inning. They announced it on the team bus, so congratulations to Duque Bear getting a contract.
I love it. WBC making dreams come true.
Beautiful thing, is it not? Have a beautiful day. Beautiful mystery for Aaron Rodgers. A lot of beauty. A lot of beauty out there, people. This guy.
This is SportsCenter AM.
Yes, it is. Good morning to you, David Lloyd. Ryan Smith here with you. I don't know what to tell the Jets fans. Remain calm, stay patient. I don't know if it's helpful or not, but that's the situation they are in right now.
That is absolutely not helpful.
No,
they're on pins and needles. They're just like us, still on Aaron Rodgers' watch, waiting for the 4-time MVP's decision. Could come at any time. We're going to have the latest throughout the hour.
But the rest of the league did not wait around. Huge free agency signings in the NFL, the biggest deals, plus the top free agents still out there looking for a home.
But we start with a potential NBA Finals preview. I mean that. The surging Sacramento Kings hosting the Bucks. Giannis back after missing a week with that injured hand, and things got a little freaky in Sacktown. There's Giannis. Third quarter, Bucks down 3, just jogs right down, pulls up for 3, nails it like it's nothing. Ties the game up at 76. Later in the third, tied up at 78. Pick and roll. Drew Holiday, Giannis. Yep. Money right there. Bucks up 2. Just under 4 minutes to go in the third. Same score. Giannis gets it right in and won. 40 points through 3 quarters. Just seemingly getting anything he wanted. Fourth quarter, Chris Middleton. Well, Giannis right there making it happen. I mean, what a game he was having. Fourth quarter, Chris Middleton gets involved and puts it in for the and one. He had 31 in this one. Bucks take a lead as Middleton's starting to round into form for Milwaukee. And then Giannis, Euro step alert. Bucks go up 3. Under 5 minutes to go. Kings down 5. Kevin Huerter, 8 threes in this game, including that one. Kings down 2. Under 4 minutes to go. Oh, boy. One-handed slam by Giannis. Got a full head of steam going there. 46 points, 12 rebounds for him. 15 seconds left. Trey Lyles taking a little issue with Giannis there. Brook Lopez gets in his face, and Lyles gives it right back to him. And they get into it. Lyles trying to choke Lopez at one point. These guys had to be separated. Both of them ejected. The Bucks get the win, and after the game, here's Mike Brown on that scuffle.
I don't know what happened, but so we ain't taking nothing from nobody. Trust me on that. And they all going to have each other's back in there. That don't mean we going to go out there and start something. We're not. But we're going to stand up for ourselves and each other.
Ooh, I hope this is a finals preview. Well, Giannis really took it to the Kings inside with 32 of his 46 points coming from inside the paint. It was his 5th game this season with at least 30 points in the paint. Shaq is the only other player over the last 25 years with at least 5 of those games in a season.
So we saw Splash Mountain getting into it in Sacramento. The Splash Brothers doing work in San Francisco Monday night. Dubs hosting the Suns. There's hot, there's piping hot, and then there's Klay Thompson hot. Had 18 in the first, kept it going in the second. There's no thinking, there's no calibrating, just catch it and shoot it. Off balance 3 there. He's got the Warriors up big, and then Steph working Chris Paul. Those 2 future Hall of Famers have been jousting forever. Oh, savvy veteran move there. Steph gets the corner on CP3 and then sort of jackknifes, keeps the ball away from DeAndre Ayton. And then Steph tells Paul, this ain't 2014 no more. That's the year Paul's Clippers beat the Warriors in the playoffs. Steph's been carrying that around for 9 years.
Use what you can.
He's an all-pro grudge holder, apparently. And then Thompson Off balance three over Devin Booker. How about 33 in the half for Clay? 8 threes. Warriors up 17 at the break. That's an unsustainable pace. Cooled off a bit in half two. He'll make his foul shot. You got to guard him at the foul line. Bang. Clay gets that to go. Had just 5 points in half two. Tough shot here and one. Finishes with 38 for the night. Steph, a relatively quiet game. Gets over in the